I'm going to keep this video brief here because all my videos are too long. So it was on the news that there's a comet that's going to come within 35,000 miles of Earth. And I saw a video that said, and I clicked on it, and I didn't actually see David Wilcox saying this, but I also didn't listen to the whole hour and 35 minutes of the video. My friend Julianne posted it, and he was saying that the comet's gonna hit Earth basically tomorrow. And I don't even care if it's true. I'm not going to say if it is or it isn't. I could easily say it's not true and then say, oh, I was right, but that's not an accomplishment. And if it hits, I don't care either. So I don't care if it hits. I wouldn't bet on it, but I don't care either. So yeah, David Wilcox, I don't know if he said that or not, but Goode, I've been pretty hard on Corey, which I don't know, it probably does hurt people's feelings when I'm hard on them, even though they pretend like they don't follow my posts. I know they do, so I should keep that in mind. The way Corey talked about the secret space program, I understand why he spoke the way he did, but at the same time, the way other people would interpret it, and I understand why he had to speak the way he did, because people who aren't in the secret space program or who aren't knowledgeable about the degrees of the physicality of our existence and realities probably wouldn't understand. But the main thing I had a problem with was just, you know, his hair was dyed blue, and I kind of gave him a hard time for that. You know, he was into the Blue Sphere Alliance, the Blue Avions or whatever. These like blue dudes with like some hair flopped over the top. I don't know. It seemed random to me, just like random, like a pile of random. But I photographed a sphere that photobombed the moon while I was taking a video of the moon one night, and then it flew over me after that when I went back out like 20 minutes later, and it blinked its lights, and I was like, what? And if you look at my 5 featured pictures, one of them is that blue sphere, or you could say green or blue, I don't know. I'd have to look at the original to be sure of the color. But I went between me and the moon. And then Science Vibe, like 2 days later, was like, a scientist captured a picture of a plasma ball. And I was like, what? Like, are you saying I'm a scientist? Because you're not showing a picture, and I'm the only person that has a picture of one of those that I know of, and the only one with a picture of an ET above my house too. But I'm me, whatever. This is why they don't make me a celebrity, because I'm like, I prove stuff. They're like, believe me, believe. I'm like, here's pictures, where's your proof? So yeah, but that's one of the burdens of being the eye at the top of the pyramid, I guess, the civilian pyramid. So yeah, Corey Goode, I saw a picture of him finally like 2 days ago, and he looked like a dude, you know. There was no pretense, there was no posing, no posturing, and I was like, okay, now I see him for who he is, and I understand what he's going for, and you know, so I give him my seal of approval. But the comet, there was this comet in a video that I doubt anyone's seen. Hey, hold on. That I doubt anyone is that I doubt anyone has seen. It's kind of like a rarity on YouTube, and it's not made by anyone popular or famous. So unless you're a nerd that like really wants to see strange things in space, you'll probably never see it. Hey, hi. I'm making a video. But it was a comet in space, and it was flying, and the guy like took a piece of it off and put it aside, and it basically looked like a skull. I mean, it clearly had defined characters, and this isn't the skull one. This is a different one. I have pictures of it, and if I get ambitious and if anyone says, "Can I see a picture?" then I'll be like, "Yeah, I'll try to find it." But so anyway, like about a month and a half ago, I had this abduction experience. It was bad. I was like sitting somewhere in some room, and I think we were watching TV. I don't know. I posted about it. I hope I posted in detail because I don't remember much about it now, except for the relevant things to this one topic. But anyway, my eyes were out of my head, and you might have noticed in some of my pictures that my eyes do really weird things sometimes. That's not really debatable, nor is it super important, but they do. And so my eyes were out of my head, but I could see like in this weird basically other dimensional kind of way, like maybe infrared or ultraviolet. And I was like, and I saw my eyes walking, and they're like, "Get them." So I got them. And actually, no, I didn't even get them. They crawled up my leg, and they were on like the piece of the skull that was on that comet in space. It's weird. And they crawled up my leg, and they crawled up my body, and then they were going back in my head, and I couldn't. And I tried moving, like I just moved my head, and I got this like total electrical shock in my neck that was brutal, and it gave me a bad headache. I have a lot of headaches. I have a lot of headaches. But it gave me a terrible electric shock in my neck. And every time I tried to move, apparently when you're having eyes going back in your head surgery, you can't move, or you get shocked. You know, it's one of those abduction things. But you know, this thing that's going by the Earth right now, and they say it's going to crash. I was just thinking about that comet, that clearly not the one that looks like a skull with the eyes and the mouth. The other one, the one that looks like the top of the head, and just like the top of your head, like a side view of the skull, minus the mandible, the lower jaw, and minus like the nose and the mouth, just the basic skull feature. And it had this one little piece that was removable, and that had my eyes on it. And that was not good times. But anyway, the age of horrors is over. I declare it over. It's finished. It's done. It's done. And this is all true.